I am gaming. I am gaming. I am gaming podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for being on the latest episode of I Am Gaming podcast. This is a podcast about the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, and many more cool things I find to be in the same realm of business and creative ventures. Like always, a huge, enormous thanks goes to my Patreon supporters who make this podcast possible. And in fact, episode 166 is all about my Patreon supporters, and I'll tell you why pretty soon. However, first of all, please check out all of my Patreon supporters, and you'll be able to do that later on as well, in the description below, where you can see their amazing games, websites, NFT projects, Kickstarter campaigns, and so much more. All of it is available right below, so use the description and find who is supporting me. However, the big news for episode 166 is that I created a thank you part of the podcast that will be dedicated totally and completely to my Patreon supporters. That is a single still shot that is going to feature all of my Patreon supporters and their ventures, and it's going to appear at the end of the video. Now, if you have been following, or at least if you're accustomed with my podcast, you probably know that this is an audio only podcast. The visual is simply a still frame where you can see the name of the episode and what's the topic all about. Now, at the end of my podcast, when I finish my episode and my basically talk about the current topic that I'm covering this week, because I create my podcasts once per week, so they're weekly creations, I'm going to present a still made in the similar manner of the entire podcast visual design, where I'm going to list all of my Patreon supporters. Presently, there are 7 of these wonderful, excellent, amazing people, and they're going to be shown and visible through the ending screen, where all of their ventures will be presented. And that's the part when I'm going to call out to anyone or everyone to check out their ventures and see what they've been up to, because they deserve a lot of attention, all the attention I can give them, especially because they've been supporting me and allowing me to make this podcast. Some of them have been around my channel for years, and that's a very, very amazing thing. Trust me, it's really hard to get Patreon supporters and keep them around, and some of these people are literally been here for several years, which is incredible. So again, a huge thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, and my hope is that through this kind of incentive, I can get new Patreon supporters that might include you as well, who might have some kind of a venture or a process or undertaking you're currently building or creating or investing your energy in, which I would love to showcase and present along with all of my other Patreon supporters. Now, I understand my whole channel and my podcast are pretty small and they don't give you a huge reach. However, they are pretty persistent, and that's like me. I'm going to keep on making these, and you can consider trying to see your luck with $1 or $2 per month. That's all that it's needed. I don't want anything more from you. And giving back, as my way to say in tax, is to promote your venture, whatever it might be, and give you some visibility. So if you would like to become a part of the end screen and become one of my Patreon supporters, please check out the description below and see my Patreon link or my Patreon page and the link that will take you there. Again, it's not huge, it's not big, but I would love to see you among the present Patreon supporters. So yeah, from now on, at the ending, which would be around here, the same frame will be visible and all of my supporters will be listed, and I will call out to everyone and anyone to check out more about them in the description below, where the links, active links, will be present as well. So that's it for this episode 166. Thanks so much for being here, thanks so much for listening and watching. Hopefully I'll see you on my next episode. Until then, you can support me through a range of means, including Patreon, which I talked about the whole episode, but also other elements, which include my books on Amazon. There is a bunch of my books that I'm presently selling on Amazon. They're all non-fiction, pretty short, but hopefully useful. If you decide to buy one or more, that would be amazing as well. You can send me directly funds through either crypto or PayPal. And of course, the simplest, easiest and cheapest way to support me is to subscribe to my channel and be here for my new videos, which include a lot of stuff, including Unreal Engine tutorials, lore, gaming lore videos, or videos about lore from video games, let's play videos, and a lot of stuff, hopefully, that you find interesting. And that's it for me. That's it for episode 166. Thanks again for being here. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you in precisely 7 days from now. Until then, bye bye.